Mary Kay Cabot over the weekend had news that the Browns are going to be willing to pay David Njoku double-digit millions that he would get on the open market to keep him. You and I have talked a little bit about this. I get what they're doing. If you sign David Njoku to 10, 11 million, you got to find a way to get him a bunch of targets. He is a mismatch, and you got to give him the opportunity to become one of the elite tight ends if you're going to pay him like that.
Absolutely. And now, I mean, he's shown flashes. I think we can all agree that he's shown plenty of flashes for his career. I've talked before about the game against the Chargers in Week 5 where he was sensational, but he really didn't have much of an impact outside of that. You know, Baker didn't really get him the ball. The Browns really couldn't find a way to create opportunities for Njoku where you're just targeting him. You're just kind of not, maybe force feeding isn't the right word, but you're throwing in the ball a lot, trying to make him a guy that you get the ball in his hands a lot and he could do something with it. It just hasn't happened. And you know what? Paying $10 million is interesting because you're paying on the potential, but you're not necessarily banking on what's there. I think free agency's got to be a little bit of, yeah, you're paying for what you think he can be, but you also got to pay some for what he is and what he's done in the past. That's maybe a smaller percentage, but if you're going by that, I don't know if $10 million is worth it. If that's what it takes to keep him off the free agent market, then sure, at least to keep the continuities there, but then you got to do something with Austin Hooper because I don't know if you could tie up $30+ million into tight ends or whatever it would be to keep those two guys together with Harrison Bryant. So maybe you do that, move on from Austin Hooper after June 1st when you can save some cap money, whatever the case may be, but you really got to be able to manage things if that's the price of keeping David Njoku.
Yeah, the thing I would say is you got to make him a focal point at some point. Not the number one receiver, but a focal point in the passing game, which the Browns haven't done yet.